Hey yo, follow my bro Life Through Galleries on Instagram if you need a professional photo shoot. Yurt?
Trucks pill plus nil to the savior. Every day I be asking for a favor, like the savers from the cells and the grave plots. Straight broke, straight hating on what they got. Stay hot, don't fall to the struggle. Keep pushing till we ball and we bubble. Going upstream. You feel me? We dreaming.
Hey yo, LAZ, man, I make hit songs. You heard? You want to make a hit song with me? Send me a DM at Real Saint Laz on Instagram. If you need that music promo, get at me. I'll promote you across this channel to tens of thousands of people. You're Z-Lord. Hey yo, LAZ, man, shout out to the bro Starvin Marvin. You heard? Shout out to the whole Norwalk, Connecticut. If you from Connecticut out there, make sure you get up in them comments, rep that comment gang. Let me know what block, what Ave, what street, what projects, what hood you reppin' out there in CT. You already snow removal. Get at me if you need that promo. Get at me if you need that collab. You heard? Send me an email at thegenpopllc@gmail.com or hit me up on Instagram at Real Saint Laz. You heard? Connecticut was poppin'. Get at me. And if you need some Connecticut fire, check that Abyss joint featuring AZ and Lamone. You heard?
How you got that name, Starvin Marvin, though?
Actually, years ago, when I first got into the hustle game, this older dude out my project, they used to go to New York and cop down in Harlem, cop they dope, heroin and shit. I used to send them to New York to cop dope for me when I was young. I was in high school at the time, and I just started getting money. So Nicky Barnes, some of his runners, when his runner's name was Smokey, the other dude's name was Starvin Marvin. You know, so that's how he gave me the name. My name was Marvin. I was young, up and coming in this game and stuff, so, you know, he gave me that name. Growing up in the hood, in the projects, exposed to the game at a young age, man. My projects was nothing but hustlers, pimps, players, gamblers, all type of people like that. I was exposed to that at a young age, man. I wanted a way out. So I got into the drug game, man.
What projects is that?
Called Runda Court Projects in Norwalk, better known as 261. That's our nickname, 261. A lot of young dudes got their tattoo on their arms, 261. Even myself. I set a goal for myself when I reached it. I said, I'm gonna buy my mom's a house and get us out this neighborhood, man, after these projects. And that's when I started getting money. That's what I was doing. I was 24. When I bought my mama a nice big house, the house she wanted. Moved us out the projects into the suburbs, yo.
How old was you when you started getting money?
Right after high school, really started getting real big money after high school, 1982. Because I was a weed man all through high school. I was a weed man selling weed every day. Joints and tray bags and nickel bags. And after high school, I escalated. I got into the drug game selling coke. And a little bit of dope. So the dudes in New York buy me quarters of dope and stuff, and they were selling it for me. But I was selling the coke myself. Buy me a little 8-ball and so a bag of 20s. Some 20s of soft powder all day long. And I just blew up. But, you know, I had a lot of respect, you know, because my family. I had a family, you know, ain't do shit for nobody. Not, you know, blood brothers and sisters, but people I grew up with who loved and respected me. They wasn't going to let nobody do nothing to me or see nothing happen to me. So I was surrounded by real dudes, you know, who had my back. They liked the fact that I was getting money. There's always a respect thing for me, my projects, yo. Up until the day, I still get that love and the same kind of respect, yo. Ain't nothing changed.
So what you went to this? You caught a state bid first, or you went straight to the feds when you got locked up?
No, I did state time first, man. My first bid was 1984. I caught sales, and narcotics. I had 2 sales selling to an undercover cop. White dude in my projects, junkie, dope fiend dude set me up. Came and copped off me and had an undercover cop with him and stuff. So I caught 2 sales of narcotics back in '84. So they gave me 9 months in jail. Gave me 9 months. I went to jail the first time. I did like 2 months and went to a halfway house. That was my first bid. I stayed out I was on probation for 2 years, which I finished that. And I stayed out for 4 years. I had a 4-year run, just getting money after that. Then I caught my first real big case back in 1988. They gave me 5 years. You know, I was running wild, smoking dust, wilding out, getting money, you know. And I wasn't on point, on guard. So they gave me 5 years. I did like 18 months off of that. Came home, I was on paper for like 11 months. Got knocked again. With where I had like 2 G's coke on me and 2 G's dope on me. They gave me another 5 years while I was on paper. So I ended up doing like I think I did like 16 months off of that. In Connecticut back then they had a 10% time. You do 10% of your time and you go home. So I did like 16 months off of that, and I went home being on paper again. And after 10 months, I caught another bid. Got caught with more coke and dope, and they gave me 5 more years. So I was on paper, mind you. So I ended up doing the whole 5 off of that. Actually, I did 4.5 off of that bid. And after that, I went to a halfway house and did the last 18 months in a halfway house in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And I discharged from there. So altogether, you know, on paper, I had 15 years on paper. So I stayed out for 2.5 years, living in Bridgeport, Connecticut at the time. Bought me an apartment and still getting money. Blew up big time this time. After 2.5 years, feds raided my house in Bridgeport, Connecticut, looking for drugs. They ended up finding a 38 pistol and no drugs. And they gave me 188 months in the feds for that.
Just for the pistol?
Which is just for a 38 pistol. I kid you not. They gave me 188 months for that. That's 15 years and 8 months. So I did 13 and a half flat off of that, yo.
Why they gave you so much time? Because of your record?
Because my priors in the feds, they call it your priors. Everything you did time for in the state back in the days, they hit you with that again. It's like double jeopardy, they call it. Or a persistent offender or career offender, they call it. So they ended up giving me 188 months, which is 15 years and 8 months. And I did 13 flat off of that, 13 and a half flat off of that, man. So you can say I got 30 years in the system, man. 15 in the state, 15 in the feds. 30 years in the system, man. It's crazy.
So when you went to the feds, you was fucking with the Connecticut car or what?
Yeah, they put you in the car. Yeah, dig it. The Connecticut car. That's how it is when you the feds. My first stay was at Raybrook, New York, upstate New York, called Raybrook, FCI. Wild ass prison too, yo. I was in the Connecticut car. Somebody Norwalk, Connecticut. It was all dudes from Connecticut, Norwalk, Stanford, New Haven, Bridgeport, New Haven. Waterbury, Meriden dudes from all over Connecticut. We all rode together. We was all in the same car. So yeah, that's how they do it in the feds, yo.
And how Connecticut was moving in there? They was chilling, or niggas was trying niggas from Connecticut, or how it was going down?
Actually, it was cool. Connecticut niggas in New York got a lot of respect, man. We was deep. We had to be like 60 deep, man, in Connecticut, up in Raybrook, New York.
Well, like y'all, the New York car and the New York car and the Connecticut car was kind of fucking with each other?
Not too tough. We was cool with our New York niggas, but really, who we had, we was rolling with mostly Boston dudes, Connecticut and Boston. Boston niggas and, Massachusetts, Boston niggas and Connecticut niggas was really together on that one. We was cool with New York niggas, but New York niggas they had their own clique. They was down by themselves, really.
You said Raybrook was mad wild. That's a USP?
Yeah, no. Raybrook was at medium high security, but it was wild. It was ran like a USP though. It was wild as fuck. That's the wildest medium prison I've been to thus far, yo. It's a medium high, they call it. Raybrook. That's when I seen I was exposed to a lot of shit, a lot of stabbing, a lot of crazy shit going on. You know? So they didn't have a lot of gangs in there. You had Bloods and Crips, very little of them though. But we wasn't considered gangs. Everybody had cars. You know, New York had their car, Jersey had their car, DC had their car, Connecticut had their car, Philly niggas had their car, so on like that. All different states had their own car. You didn't see a whole lot of Bloods and Crips like that though, you know. They was there, but the biggest clicks was the cars and shit, different states.
And how you end up leaving Raybrook?
Raybrook, I left Raybrook on I left on a medical leave, man. Just giving me pills for high cholesterol and shit. You know, they said my cholesterol was a little high and shit. But then the doctor started giving me other pills, talking about this will protect you from getting sick and this and that. So he started giving me some bullshit pills for what is it? I don't even have it for high blood pressure pills and shit. I don't even have no high blood pressure. And the shit made me sick. And they ended up transferring me to Cumberland, Maryland. I stayed there for 2 years. It was like like I said, I left on a medical leave and shit. Cumberland, Maryland was alright. I stayed there for 2 years. It's kind of whack, but it was cool though. It was not like New York though. So I stayed there for 2 years. And then that's when I ran into my boy Hood. We got real cool. We used to work out in the yard together. And we both signed up for a program called Life Connection, which was out in Leavenworth, Kansas. It was like a religious program. If you complete it after like 18 months, they take like 18 months of your time off. So we jumped on that right quick. Not knowing when we got out there, they stopped giving people 18 months, taking 18 months off your sentence. Some people was getting 4 months taken off their sentence, or 6 months. We was like, nah, fuck that. So we dropped out the program and say send us back to Maryland. And they didn't have the money in the budget to fly us back to Maryland, so they said we had to discharge from Leavenworth. So we had to just rock it out. I had 2 years left. I think Hood had like 2 years left. We both did our last 2 years in Leavenworth, and, you know, we went home from there. I went to the halfway house in Hartford, Connecticut after that. After Leavenworth.
And that's when you came home from your bed?
Yeah. I came home. I went to the halfway house in Hartford, Connecticut. From Leavenworth. Yeah, you know, so things was going on for me in the feds. Remember I was telling you earlier, like, I was knocking, you know, I was on something called writeaprisoner.com, this website for dudes in prison. Yeah, something called writeaprisoner.com and Friends Behind the Wall. Mm-hmm. Dudes was getting on that site, you know, in hopes of knocking off a female that's going to hold them down. And that's what I did. I got on writeaprisoner.com, and I was knocking chicks off left and right. Black, white chicks, and they was holding me down. I was getting more mail than everybody in the whole jail, yo. I kid you not. I was getting visits, sending me mad money orders, mad money. It was holding me down throughout my whole bid because of that website.
So how you got on that shit? Like, what you got to do?
Yeah, applications that was going around, and you guys send like $40 to the writeaprisoner.com. You got to send them a little profile. You write a profile about yourself and send them a nice picture. A picture of you in a wife beater or any kind of decent picture that you think will knock a chick off with. So what I did, you know, I sent them $40, wrote a nice little profile, and sent them a picture of me with a wife beater on it. You know?
That shit.
And the rest is history, yo. I was knocking chicks off left and right, yo.
You said mad chicks responded to that shit?
Word up. Like, yeah, unbelievable, man. You know, I was surprised. Word up. Mad chicks. I started getting crazy visits, mad mail, mad money, all that. They was just riding with me, holding me down. Because of a website.
That's crazy.
Kid you not, man.
Mad dudes real. In the jail knew about the website?
Yeah, niggas heard about it. They was doing it. Some of them ain't believing it, but they see it happening through me, though. They're like, yo, this nigga coming off, man. He on the website, so everybody was trying to, you know, bite me. They was trying to do it. After they see me and my boy Spice from New Haven, he was doing it. He was knocking chicks off left and right. Everybody else started doing it. Everybody didn't get blessed like we did, you know, because you got to be that dude, you know.
You said chicks was coming from all over the place?
Yeah, when I was in New York, I met a chick. She was coming from Des Moines, Iowa, on a bus to come visit me. Son, from Des Moines, Iowa to New York. So after I got she held me down for like 6 years until I came home. When I got to Cumberland, Maryland, she was still riding with me, but I was knocking other chicks off. Another white chick from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She held me down for the remainder of my bid. She was flying the plane out there from Sioux Falls, where was that, Des Moines? No, not the Wyoming. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I mean, yeah. She was flying out there to come visit me. Stayed a weekend in the hotels. Yeah, shit was straight, man. Tell you no lie, man. I had garbage cans full of mail, man. I was getting more mail than anybody in the whole jail. It was crazy, man. But it was all. It's who you are, man. You know, if you that dude, man, you're gonna get what you're looking for.
Yeah, I know if I had access to some shit like that while I was in the can, I'm gonna get it in. Especially, how long would they let you write a paragraph about yourself or something?
Yeah, you can write a few paragraphs about yourself, a nice little profile. You know, I guess you can write up to like 150 words or something. No longer than 150 or 200 words about yourself, your profile. You know, and females will bite off of that, you know. You fishing, man, you reaching out to somebody you fishing, and, you know, most of the time you catch.
That's real shit, though.
Yeah, they still do that shit in the feds, though, man. That's niggas hustle. Do it for a hustle, man. Niggas that's fucked up. You know, nobody visiting them, sending them money, so they get them on websites. And hopes and dreams of knocking off a chick. That's gonna hold them down. Yeah, so my first joint when I got to Raybrook, it was like crazy because niggas heard about me and shit. When I got there, a lot of niggas from Connecticut was already there, and niggas heard about me, you know, so cause my name was big in the streets. So niggas was blessing me with all kind of clothes and all kind of commissary and shit, cosmetics and shit. I was straight when I got there. Usually when you miss from another jail, it's gonna be somebody in that prison that know you. And, you know, they gonna bless you with stuff until you get on your feet, until your commissary and shit come, or your property come. You be straight. A little different from the state though. Not much different. It's prison. Prison is still prison, but you just got a little more things to work with in the feds though. You know. One thing, the phone system was cool. You know, you put your money in the phones and use the phones. You get 300 minutes for every month. Christmas time, they give you extra 100 minutes. You get 400 minutes. But you can go through the minutes like in 2 or 3 days. You know, if you ain't careful, fuck around and play that phone all day. You go through your minutes. After the first week, then you miserable, fucked up for 3 weeks until you get your minutes back. You get it back at the beginning of the month. You know what I mean? Niggas be miserable then because the niggas do their whole time for that phone, yo. They do their whole bait off for that phone. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Run out of minutes and shit. You miserable as fuck, yo. Oh man, that shit was crazy. Yeah, the feds is what you make it. Prison is what you make it, though, man. You know, same thing I did in the state, I was doing in the feds, though. I was knocking chicks off when I was in the state, too. I was in another website when I was in the state knocking chicks off left and right. You know?
Nigga be
That's my thing. That's my hustle when I'm locked up.
Word, that's the illest hustle in the world, though.
My hustle when I was locked up, man. Knocking chicks off, yo. For real. I used to love getting mail, man. I used to get mail, man. I kid you not. It's 5-6 letters every single day. One time, I kid you not, when I got transferred to the company in Maryland from New York, I had like 30 pieces of mail, yo. That mail car. They gave me 30 pieces of mail, yo. Chicks was riding with me, just holding me down, man. And you know, you'd be surprised. You're like, damn, there's a lot of lonely chicks out there like that, fucking with niggas in jail. All that dick out there in the streets, and they fucking with a nigga in jail, and they can't even get no dick from him. Shit, they holding a nigga down, though. Come visit you, send you money, and send you sexy pictures. They was just, holding you down, yo. All them niggas on the streets, all that dick on the streets, they rock with a nigga in prison. You know?
Yeah, man. That shit is, you know, like you said, though, if you that nigga, man. It don't matter if you in the pen, in the streets, whatever. You gonna still get them broads.
Yeah. There you go. So when doing time, it's what you make it, though, man. You know, you can walk around here miserable all you want, or you can, you know, make something out of it, you know. I like to work out, read, write letters, yo. That's how I do my whole video, yo. Work out, write letters, fuck with chicks, yo. You read books, man. I kid you not, I read over 100 something books when I was locked up, yo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I used to love to read, man.
The best thing you can do that's the best thing you could do with your time.
Yeah.
It's read and write.
White goes. Well, I had a goal for when I got out, man. I ain't just let the time do me. I did that time, man. I had goals. And my goals came to pass right now. I got my own business right here out here in Connecticut, yo. Team Spin Enterprise is a business right now. We're doing real good. I'm a moving company right now, yo. We don't just move people. We started off as a little moving company. And now we blew up. We do moves for people. We do dunk runs. We paint houses now. Interior, exterior. We do the floors. I got a handyman. He do anything. He do all kind of work on your house and stuff. So shit, my company done blew up, man. After 3.5 years, we done blew up, yo. And I work a full-time job as well at a halfway house, yo, in Stamford, Connecticut.
That's the Fed spot?
No, it's not. It's just a regular. It's a halfway house for. It's a drug program / halfway house in the daytime. It's inpatient and outpatient. People come in the daytime and take methadone. It's a methadone program in the daytime. It is upstairs. It's a halfway house for dudes fighting a court case. They got to go through that halfway house. You got to do 60. You got to do 60 to 90 days up in there. You know, so they got like 65 beds and stuff. Some people turn to you can do a walk-in just to try to get yourself cleaned up and off of drugs. You can walk in and you get a bed if they got beds available, or the court system will send you there. Or some people come straight there from jail. Halfway house called Liberation Programs in Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah, so I do that, you know. I've been doing that for 5 months, so I'm working a full job and I've been with this, man. After work, I do a lot of junk runs and shit. Sometimes moves after work. I don't work through the weekends, so I move people on the weekends and do a lot of dump runs and other stuff, you know. Yeah, so I believe a man should have different, you know, multiple streams of income. This is a new hustle. This is a new drug game for me, man. Just working and having a little business, man. It's a new drug game for me, yo.
Yeah, that's real shit, though, man. Hustle.
Yeah.
A hustler is a hustler.
Yeah, I've been out 10 years right now, man. Just staying out the way, yo. Don't sell no drugs or nothing no more, yo. I sell products right now. What I did was flip a leaf, man. I sell products, you know. That's all I do right now. I'm always going to be a hustler, always, man. I'm always going to hustle was in me. Love getting that money, yo.
What type of bread you was taking out there and at the peak of your hustling, though?
Tell you no lie, before I went to the feds, man, I was on the block, and plus I had runners and shit. I was selling 20s and 50s of hard all day long. I made 10,000 to 15,000 every single day, yo, before I went to the feds. I got knocked to 2000 and went to the feds. So my run was from 98 to 2000. I had a 2.5 year run, 98 to 2000. 10 to 15,000 every single day I was seeing, yo.
What you was doing with them? What you was doing with that bread mostly?
I was stacking for me. I was stacking, but when I went to the feds, I took a big loss, a major loss, yo. Major loss. They took a lot of shit from me. First thing I did was keep money in the house with the drugs and stuff. You know? They didn't find no drugs, they found that gun. You know, I took a big loss and shit. Spending like crazy and stuff, living a lavish lifestyle. You know, not focusing on how to put this money up, put it to the side, you know, but, you know, you live and you learn, though. I was living recklessly, you know, with the money. I spent money crazy. Living that lifestyle. Vacation trips, buy anything I want to buy, you know, all that. Spending money. I wasn't into that heavy tricking and stuff like that, fucking with bitches, because I had one girl at the time, a down-ass chick, so I ain't had to be out there spending mad doing no chicks, tricking and shit. I kept it real with the one I was with. I see niggas have $1 million to go through your hands like it ain't shit, though, man. Money is fast money, you can make it. Big money, like it ain't nothing, though. Money go out your hands like it ain't shit, though. Trust me.
And you
all that
went,
money I was making.
you went down dolo, like you wasn't fucking with no team. You went down by yourself.
Nah, yeah, I was by myself. I ain't no teams. I was on my damn army. Yeah, I told you I got a lot of respect in the streets. There's no who to fuck with, you know. I had a team back in the day. I got a strong team. My team back in these, you know, stick up dudes, stick up kids around me, had my back. But this time I was just by myself, dolo, just getting. That's one thing about Connecticut, Norwalk, Connecticut. You don't gotta be down with no clique. Get down by yourself. You get money. If niggas respect you, they will let you go ahead and rock. They don't respect you, niggas gonna tax you all day, or they gonna get you.
What you mean you was getting that bread in the peas?
Huh?
You was getting that bread in the projects?
Yeah. I'm from the 261, on the court. Yeah. Getting it. After I had the court on lock, and I got arrested out there a few times and shit. They kicked me out. They banned me from being in the projects and stuff. But they kicked my mom from the projects when I got busted before. You know, when you get busted, they make your mom move out the projects and shit. And that's when I bought a big ass house for my mom. This was back in 80 when I bought the house. 88. I bought the house for my mom. 88, yeah. Bought the house for my mom. But I still go to the projects getting money and stuff. So they finally banned me from going to the projects. So late at night, I go to this bar down in Norwalk called Let's Do Move and get money out there. And then after the bar closed, I used to go home back to Bridgeport, to my apartment in Bridgeport, and chill. My brother said, "No, you gotta go back to Bridgeport. This ain't out here with us." It was in another project called Meadows Garden Projects. So instead of going to Bridgeport when the bar closed at 1 o'clock or 2 in the morning, I go hang out in Meadows Garden Projects and my customers where I'm at. But before you knew it, I blew up in that projects, man. I go out there at 1, 2 in the morning, stay out there till like 7 in the morning, killing them. Cheered off, killing them. You know? Quick 7,000, 8,000 at the bar. We'll make another 6,000, 7,000 in the streets of the projects, Meadow Garden Projects at night. After the bar closed. Third shift. Graveyard shift.
Projects that your projects had beef with out there?
Nah, actually, I'm from the hardest projects in Norwalk, man. We do court projects, man. We the biggest and hardest projects in Norwalk. You know, niggas respected us, man. Trust me. Niggas ain't with no problems with us, yo. Trust me. The only problem we had, beef we had, was about niggas from Bridgeport are trying to come down here and rob niggas in my projects and stuff, you know? Bridgeport, a big, wild, crazy city. So that's the only little beef we used to have with niggas from Bridgeport.
So they used to be trying to come to your projects to rob shit?
Rob niggas and shit, you know? Rob certain niggas and shit. You know, I wasn't having that. You know, nobody robbed me. Come on, man. I told you I had a sick ass clique, though. Back then, if I went to the field, I had a sick ass clique. They wouldn't let nobody get close to me, man. So it was all, you know, peaceful in my project, yo, you know? It was beef. We wasn't looking for no problems, but we ain't back down for no problems either. It was real, dude. It was real. Cause you can really jail up in there. You know, you can jail. And you learn new hustles, man. Because you're kicking with different dudes, man, from all walks of life. You know, being out from Connecticut, I was cool with niggas from Chicago, niggas from Philly, niggas from DC, niggas from all over, yo. Cali. I was cool with everybody, though. Everybody liked my style, so I was cool with everybody. And I was getting gifts from everybody, yo. I was giving them niggas game, giving them gift, and I was getting a game back in return from them niggas, man. So I learned a lot. Different how to enhance my hustle game and shit from fucking with other niggas and shit, yo. They taught me a lot in the feds, man. Word up. That's why I'm out here today doing what I'm doing. I got my own business. So the dudes, man, in the feds, I learned a lot from the dudes, man. Young niggas they had big businesses before they became to the feds and shit. They had all kind of washing flyers and barbershops, all type of businesses and stuff before they became to the feds. Because a lot of millionaire niggas, young millionaire niggas in the feds, you know, it's different in the state. Niggas came to the feds, they already had big money, millions and shit. And they got indicted. So, you know, you learn a lot from the dudes, yo.
That shit is dope.
When I was in New York, John Gotti Jr. was up there with me. His son, John Gotti Jr., he was up near the feds with me in New York, Raybrook, New York. We used to be in the visiting room together every Friday and shit. You know, he getting visits from his sister and all that, and different girls and shit. They was doing that show at the time. His daughters and them was doing that show Growing Up Gotti and shit. The sitcom, TV sitcom thing. It was doing, a reality show. It was doing that Growing Up Gotti. He was locked up in New York with me when he was doing that.
Yeah, I forgot he was locked up, John Gotti Jr. What he was locked up for again?
Yeah, 2 years for something. I forgot what it's for, man. I don't know if it was a gun or it was something. I don't know if it was murder. I know he had 2 years for something. I forgot what it was, though. But he was in New York with us for a little while, for a couple years. And when I left there, that's when my nigga Ja Rule came up there. The rapper Ja Rule, he took the New York playbook after I left. You know, a couple of my dudes took some pictures with him and showed me.
Ja Rule did his bid in the feds?
Yeah, he went up and he killed a rape book. Yeah, he was in Rape Brook, New York and shit, yep. They had a little bullshit section called a camp. All Sable had a little section called a camp and shit for, campers, for a dude that's doing a little bit of time, maybe 5 years under and shit. You go to a camp. So he did his time up in Rape Brook. You be in population though, with the rest of the inmates and shit. You know, you used to be in the gym working out and shit. The rest of the population and shit, you know?
Word, I thought he did his shit in the state. I didn't know he did his shit in the feds.
Nah, in the feds, because I think he had a gun charge, I think. Yeah, he was up at Camp in Rape Brook, I kid you not, yeah.
Yeah, I need them old school 80s pictures and some jail pictures, and I get this shit together.
Well, I got that, yo. Even go to my Facebook page, you'll see a lot of them old school pictures on there. Yeah, Throwback Thursdays and shit, I used to call it. I used to do old school flicks up there. Go to my webpage, Marvin Spin, out of Norwalk, Connecticut. Go to my Facebook, you see?
Alright, I'm gonna check those. I mean, I don't want to use pictures that you don't want to use, so I'd rather you send me the pictures and tell me which joints you want to use.
Trust me, man, I don't hide nothing, you know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to hide, man. Everything I do, my life today is an open book, bro. Everything about me, I put myself out there today, because I don't got nothing to hide. I ain't never told nobody. I ain't never did nothing fucked up, nothing crazy. My life is an open book. Anything they want to know about me, I'm free to talk about it. Anything. I'm good. My paperwork good. The feds, you gotta show your paperwork when you get there. The cars you in, they give you 30 days to show your paperwork. You better be straight. As long as you ain't cooperate with nobody, you good. You can walk that yard freely. You know what I mean?
Wild and he out his body, ain't know what's wrong. All he know is he gon' make it back home.
Hey yo, LAZ, make sure you subscribe to WDG Draco on YouTube. Yurt.
I thought I was from the hood till I seen Brooklyn. Jesus Christ. I got off the train. I said, is this the book of Eli? What happened?
Yeah, this ain't last. This one is dedicated to everybody in the struggle. Everybody trying to stay out of grave in a penitentiary. I feel you.
Hey yo, LAZ, download 2 of my greatest albums that I ever put out in my life on my Patreon right now. As Above, So Below, and Blue Skies. Free download on my Patreon. Join today. Yurt. Yo, shout out to the Triple OG. You heard Starvin Marvin, Norwalk, Connecticut was popping. If you from Connecticut out there getting them comments, let me know what part, what town, what hood, what block, what projects you out there repping. You heard? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get a notification every time I drop a new episode. You heard? Z-Lord. If you love what I'm doing on this channel, feel free to send me a Cash App donation. $, Gen Pop fam. You heard? Get at me.
Mexicans just end up beating this dude. They jumped this dude in the cell. I think it was a 6-man cell. It was I think it was 4 Mexicans in there, 2 black dudes in there, and Mexicans, they was beating this dude down half the night, man. All you could hear was bam, 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 motherfuckers putting locks and socks and shit. or breaking table legs off the table and shit.
You said the police ain't even come. They just was in there all night.
No, the police, when they do their rounds and shit, they just leave their unit. They go out about their business. They go somewhere else. Every hour, they make their rounds and shit, you know. So a little short lady came in making her rounds at night. It had to be like 4 in the morning. And, you know, niggas was banging on the door like crazy and shit. So she got to the certain cell, and she flashed the light on inside the cell, and she just started screaming and shit. Like, oh my God. He said, yo, oh my God. And she hit the deuces, man. If anybody was in Raybrook with me back in, I was there from 2006 to 2011. All those who was in Raybrook with me around that time, they witnessed that, man. Because when I got there, the Mexicans, it was crazy, right? You could see in the yard, you might see 4 or 5 Mexicans beating down a brother, man. A black dude just beat them down, and brothers would turn their head and walk the other way like they ain't got nothing to do with it. And the shit was just, you know, it was upsetting to me. And I was saying to the dudes in my car, yo, what's up? Because I just got there, really, and it was like, yo, mind your business. They ain't got nothing to do with us, so mind your business. It was just upsetting to me. So, you know, I was just really getting on the compound in Raybrook back then, 2006, when I was witnessing like 4 or 5 Mexicans beat down a brother and just beat him down and damn near half kill him. And dudes, you know, turn their head and keep it moving like, you know, like ain't nothing happening. It was upsetting to me, like I said. So dudes was like, yo, man, just mind your business. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody in our car, man. So we just let it go. So thank God, maybe like a year and a half later, a Muslim dude came there from Philly, and we had a big meeting in the yard. He brought all the brothers together. I don't care what city or town or state you're from. He brought everybody together in the yard. And this meeting was about like, yo, we're not going to sit there and watch 4 or 5 Mexicans beat down a brother and half kill him and act like we ain't got nothing to do with that, man, you know? He said, from here on out, from this day on, we going to stick together. I don't care what set you from or where you from. We're not gonna allow that no more, man. To see Mexicans beat down a brother, man. So we're gonna come together and we're gonna handle this. And then, you know, right after that, like a week later, a young dude came there from the Bronx. In my unit, I was in Niagara B, and they was beating the hell out of this black dude, man. It had to be like 3 or 4 Mexicans jumping this dude in the cell, beating him down, damn near all night long. All you hear is bam, bam, bam. Bam, man, somebody was yelling for the COs. Niggas was kicking on the door yelling for the CO. It was maybe like 3 in the morning. A lady CO was making her rounds, and she flashed the light in the cell, and I just heard her screaming, oh my God, screaming, and she hit the deuces. The deuces is a little button you hit, and all the COs from all over run in there and find out what's going on. And, yo, when they brought the dude out, man, the dude was covered in blood, man. This young dude from the Bronx was covered in blood, and other dudes ain't doing nothing about it, man. It was like another 2 black dudes in the cell with him. I guess they stayed out of it because they wasn't from New York. So in the morning, from the meetings we done had already, not letting that go down. So the next day, all the brothers came together. I don't care if we from Chicago, Philly, New York, DC. Everybody came together, and we ran Mexicans off the compound, man. It was a big riot, man. Niggas was just beating Mexicans down. Every Mexican you see, we just beat them down, man. Beat them down like crazy and shit. And that same night, they had like 14 or 15 buses, charter buses, and they ran all them dudes off the compound that same night, man. And right from there on out, Mexicans gave us mad respect, man. The few that was still left on the compound in Raybrook, they were shook. They brothers mad respect. It was like, you know, they didn't want no problems. They kept to themselves. They kept it moving. But back then, the gangs they got, Mexican gangs, they had the dudes out of California, and the Mexicans out of Texas. They didn't get along. They was killing each other up and shit because they didn't get along. But when it's a big beef like that, all the Mexicans come together. Cali and Texas, they come together and they beat brothers down. But this day, man, we fucked so many Mexicans up, man. We stomping them niggas down, stabbing them. Big ass riot was going on in Raybrook then. And, you know, we had our victory then, man. And I was loving it. I was loving it, man, because I was tired and upset and seeing Mexicans beat brothers down, and we ain't had nothing to do with it. Act like we ain't want nothing to do with it. Fuck that. That day, after that victory, shit, it was on the pop, and we was running the compound again, man. Brothers and shit, so it was all good.
It was a riot in the yard?
It was a big riot, man, yeah. Out in the yard. It started in the gym. we started beating the Mexicans down in the gym, and then, you know, it spread out to the yard. You know, in the whole compound, man. You know, we cornered them, had them cornered in by the fence, by the baseball field. And just wearing their asses out, yo. Fighting with our hands, with weapons. Niggas had shanks. Niggas had rocks that was in the yard, all type of shit, whatever they could find, man. We just beat them down, man. You know, so niggas who was in Raybrook around that time from 2006 to 2011, they witnessed that, man. Or they was a part of that. Word up. I'm sure you heard about it. If you never heard about it, man, that's what was popping back then.
And that was the Mexicans from what, Cali or Texas?
They was from all over. When there's a beef like that, they come together. Even though they don't, you know, any given day they don't get along. Cali and Texas, they're not even supposed to be on the same compound together. But this given time, they had put them all together because they ain't had nowhere else to put them. All the federal jails is filled up with Mexicans, so they ain't had nowhere else to put them. They had to bring them to New York. And they was just wilding out, man. Wilding out, just running shit for some reason. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I first got to the compound, I'm seeing Mexicans just running shit, fucking niggas up like it wasn't nothing. And niggas was turning their head, like wasn't nothing going on. Like, oh, we ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Just, you know, mind your business, this, that, and other. I'm like, nah, this is crazy, man. See, that final day, we had that meeting in the yard, and dudes came together, and, you know, we just went crazy that day, man, on the Mexicans, man.
And nobody knew why they had jumped that last dude?
Nobody knew. They was in the cell. I think they was drinking Puno and shit, you know, that homemade liquor, you know, that jailhouse liquor they be making and shit. I guess they was drinking, and I don't know, they had some words and shit, and it just got out of hand. Mexicans just ended up beating this dude. They jumped this dude in the cell. I think it was a 6-man cell. It was like, I think it was like 4 Mexicans in there, 2 black dudes in there, you know, and Mexicans, you know, they was beating this dude down half the night, man. All you could hear was bam, bam, bam. You know, motherfuckers putting locks and socks and shit, or breaking table legs off the table and shit.
You said the police ain't even come, they just was in there all night?
No, the police, when they do their rounds and shit, they just leave their unit. They go out about their business, they go somewhere else. You know what I mean? They leave the unit, they go somewhere else. And then every hour, they make their rounds and shit, you know? So a little short lady came in making her rounds at night. It had to be like 4 in the morning. And, you know, niggas was banging on the door like crazy and shit. So she got to this certain cell, and she flashed the light on inside the cell, and she just started screaming and shit. Like, oh my God, oh my God. And she hit the deuces, man. The deuces, like, she put a little pin on the radio and shit. And all the available COs come running in to that building and shit. It was crazy, man. Like the SWAT team came up in there, man.
Did the Mexicans put up a good fight though?
Yeah, they try to fight, man. You know, they got no wins with us, man. They most all them dudes are short dudes, man. Mexican dudes are short. They gotta jump you, man. Got to be 4 or 5 of them jumping one dude, man. You know, they can't beat his head up. But niggas was like act like they was shook, too scared to fight them. They know the Mexicans is wild. They will fight with anything, any kind of weapons. They jump you. Niggas was like, they was shook for some reason. I don't know what the fuck was going on in Raybrook, man. This shit just had me fucked up. I was puzzled.
Why it wasn't?
In the jail, like in the state, you won't see no shit like that. In the state of Connecticut, you won't see no shit like that.
Ain't the Mexicans strong in all fed spots though?
Strong, yeah, they deep, yeah. Which mean as far as deep, they deep in all spots, yeah. That's it. They can't beat us like in no fist fighting out like that, you know. Yeah, they deep in our spots though. But we was deep too though, shit. Niggas, there was more of us than them. But dudes was just shook because they was jumping dudes, man. 4 or 5 Mexicans jumping one dude, and dudes was minding their business and shit like, yo, we ain't got nothing to do with that. He ain't from Connecticut, or he ain't from New York, or he ain't from Philly. Let that go, man. Let that go. You know, he not in our car. That shit was crazy, man. I ain't understand that shit, yo. That nigga black, that's a black dude getting beat down by another Mexican, man. You gonna sit there and turn like ain't nothing going on? I can understand that, man. Until that one day they had that meeting in the yard, like I said, brothers came together that day, and we just went crazy, man. That shit was built up inside of me, man. Yeah, so that's what was popping in Raybrook back then, man. After that, we ain't had no problems, man. Everything was back to normal. from the rest of my bid from 2006 to 2011. That's when I got transferred. 2011. I was there for like 6 years. 6, 7 years, something like that. I did like 6.5 years on that compound, man. Before I got transferred.
On Raybrook?
Yeah, that was my first stop in the feds, man, before I got transferred. Some dudes was in Raybrook on that compound for like 10, 11, 12 years, 15 years. They had some dudes there doing a lot of time there. But you know, you get tired after 10 years, you get tired of being in the same place, man. You want to ask for a transfer. Sometimes they'll just transfer you because you've been there so long, or sometimes you just got to ask for a transfer.
And how long you think that was going on where Mexicans was smashing out black dudes like that?
Man, it wasn't going on before I even got there. Like I said, I got there in 2006, and that shit was going on before I even got there, though. So I don't know how long that's been going on before I got there. But that shit came to a stop when I got there, man. It had to be like 2 or 3 years into my bid, you know, when I was in Raybrook. 2 or 3 years after, you know, I was there for. And then they had this meeting, the Muslim dudes came together, man, from Philly. They called that meeting and shit. They said, nah, you know, the buck stopped right now today, man. We ain't having that shit no more, man. You know, if a brother gonna sit there and allow Mexicans to beat another brother, man, you gonna be dealt with, man. We ain't having that no more. You gonna be dealt with if you sit there and watch that shit go down. So that's what happened, man. We came together that day, man. Fucking dudes up, man. Tired of seeing the brothers getting beat down, man, by Mexicans and shit. And he's gonna turn their head like ain't nothing going on. Nobody ain't got nothing to do with it. Come on, man, that's crazy. You know? There's something else I wanted to add about being in the feds too. Man. A lot of dudes, they glorify being in prison, the federal prison, like federal prison is the thing to do. A lot of dudes on the streets who ain't never been to the feds because they heard so much about the feds. I don't glorify prison life, you know, and selling drugs and this, that, and other. Because when you get time in the feds, I mean, they give you an asshole full of time, yo. Yo, if you get 10, 15 years, that's a blessing in the feds, man, for real. 15 years is a blessing. Dudes is getting hit off, man, with career criminals. You know, they getting 25 to life. Niggas is getting 30 years, 40 years. Niggas is getting 70, 80 years, 100 years. And when you get that much time in the feds, man, if they say you get 100 years in the feds and they giving up football numbers like that, man, you turn gray. You get old, you turn gray, and you die in the feds, man. Ain't no coming back from that, man. Yes, you hit that law very strong and you try to give some time back. You know what I mean? There got to be some kind of loophole somewhere in your case. If you find a loophole and you fight your case and go back to court and get some time back, niggas do be giving like 30 and 40 years back sometime, man. But you know you got to play that law library. You know? You gonna spend some money on a legal beagle, one of them dudes that who be working in the law library and working on cases for people. They charge like $1,000, $1,500 to work on your case and get you back in the court. You find some kind of loophole in your case, and get you back in the court. You get some time back, man. You're going to do 87% of your time in the feds, man. And the feds got a 98% conviction rate, man. If you go to trial, they might offer you like 10, 15, 20 years. You go to trial. If you lose that, man, you're going to do every bit of that. 60 years or 70 years, whatever they give you, man, when you lose trial, man. Because the conviction rate, like I said, is 98%. It's just crazy, man. Niggas find themselves stuck, man, in a no-win situation, fucking with the feds, man. And it's different than the state because they don't got no conjugal visits, no trailer visits. You might come to jail, you might be married and shit, and have a wife, and you doing 25 to 30 years, and you can't get no motherfucking sex. And that's crazy, right? You know what I mean? In the state, at least if you're married, most state jails, you can have, trailer visits, conjugal visits, they call it. But in the feds, you don't get none of that, man. 30, 40 years, you doing that shit flat with no sex, man. That's some crazy ass shit, man.
No fed spots got conjugal visits at
all? No fed spots at all, man. They had that shit years ago, a long time ago, back in the 80s, and they stopped that shit, yo.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Niggas, man, motherfuckers on the outside who never been to the feds, they hearing all these federal stories, and they out there want to catch a fed case. I don't know for some glamour, fame, or whatever, man. Don't do it. Some niggas don't do it, man. You don't want to catch no fed case, man. Word up, because you're going to suffer in that motherfucker, man. It ain't worth it, man.
And it's hard, it's easy to catch a conspiracy case out there, man. Just, you know, being in the hood or being around certain niggas or playing that phone, man. You catch that conspiracy charge, man. You hit. That's better, you know. Don't get involved. Do your own thing. Be by yourself, man. I ain't had no co-defendants. I fought this case by myself. Thank God I ain't had no co-defendants. It was me by myself, rolling by myself when they raided my house and found that gun. It gave me 188 months, man. 15 years or 8 months. I brought damn near all of that, yo. 13 and a half years flat. I did all that, yo. That's how it is, man. I don't glorify no prison life. Fuck that.
That 15 years for a gun shit is... That shit is
a 38 pistol, too, son. A 38 pistol. 15 years. Yo, niggas getting 10 years for bullets, man. You get 10 years for a bullet right now in the feds. It's crazy right now, man. Yo, it's like genocide right now, man. They trying to keep the black man down, man. The government is wicked, man. Our government is wicked like a motherfucker, man. They got all kind of ways to trap the black man and keep you down, man. Shit is crazy. And them conspiracy charges, that's serious, man. On a drug trip, it could be like, yo, they catch niggas catching, like, it'd be like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 niggas and shit. You know, co-defendants going down, you know, for some drugs and shit. And they get to the top, man, the big man, the kingpin, they fuck with a little crackhead, dusty-ass nigga who was a runner for him and shit. And they offer this nigga asshole for the time and shit, scared his ass. Yeah, he gets scared and he start cooperating and shit. That's how they get to the big man and shit, man. This shit is crazy, man. You got brothers turning on brothers and shit, man. That's just crazy, man. It ain't working.
My man got 10 right now for conspiracy. They ain't catch him with nothing. Just straight over the phone talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's conspiracy. You don't gotta catch you with nothing, man. It's just, you know, hearsay, word of mouth and shit like that. And that's how the feds operate, man. You don't gotta get busted with no drugs, man. It's just hearsay. And it's crazy, man. You might go to trial and fight that shit, and then somebody else gonna cooperate on you, and you're gonna take all, you're gonna get every bit of that time, and you're gonna do it. You know, like I said, the conviction rate is 98%, man. I seen maybe like 2 dudes, man, go to trial and win that shit, man. The whole time I was down, man, I seen 2 dudes go to trial and beat their cases, man, and go home. Because the feds ain't really had none of them. They scared them. They had them shook. The nigga went to trial, and, you know, he beat that, you know. Whoever was lying to them, testifying to them, they was lying. They found out he was lying, and he ain't really had none of the nigga and shit, so you had to let the dude go. That shit is serious, man.
Nigga better have some money for a lawyer.
Yo, but listen, man, big time dudes, man, got big time money for lawyers, man. They go by guidelines and shit, man. If you fit a certain guideline, man, you're gonna get what's on that paperwork. Ain't no lawyer, the good lawyer in the world can't get you out of that, out of them guidelines, man. Your guidelines could be what, 15 to 25 or 35 to 45, though. If you in between them guidelines, man, the best lawyer in the world can't get you up out of that, though, man. You know? You just got to know that law a little bit, man, you know, and find a loophole, man, to get you up out of that, man. You know, and as sad as it is, man, that's how the feds work. They dirty, man. Our government is dirty, man. When you go in the courthouse and you see, you might see Marvin Span versus United States government, man, United States of America. When you see that shit, man, your heart just be sinking and shit. You be like, damn, man, it's really that serious, man. Yeah, it's that serious in the feds, yo. It's fucked up. So, man, brothers gotta get it together, man, and take heed, man. That's all I can say.
Niggas gotta stay out the motherfucking streets and get their shit straight before it's too late. So niggas get caught up in that aura.
And the crazy thing, guys, the feds will let you eat. They'll let you eat for like 5 years. They go 5 years and let you eat and don't, by they building a case on you and shit right there. And then, after 5 years, they coming down, they hit dudes with like 25 to 30 indictments on like 25, 30 niggas and shit. Everybody with these indictments.
A lot of dudes that's out here, man, they be thinking that they had a run or they having a run. And the reason why they having a run is because they asses under investigation and a case is being built. So a nigga might have a 3-4 year run, but they niggas let you get that 3-4 year run.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying, man. But then when they come down on you, man, they coming down on all y'all, man. The whole neighborhood, man, the whole clique coming down, man. And let you eat. They know what they doing. Yo, our government is wicked, man. Wicked to the bone, man. It's crazy. I see some crazy shit, man. How they use brothers and shit, man. Crazy shit that you know what I mean? Shit you only see on TV and shit. But shit is real, man. How they use another brother, man. They go to your family. They go through your wife and your kids and set you up and put a bug in their ear and shit, man. Word up, you know, the oldest trick in the world, man. They telling your man, yeah, he cooperated on you and shit. Your man never said nothing. Kept his mouth quiet. The feds got you thinking your man telling on you and shit. So you can flip on him and shit, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, they play that mind game, man. The dudes fall for it, man. Just gotta be quiet, keep your mouth shut, man. Don't say a motherfucking word, man. Let your lawyer speak for you. Or your public defender. Well, I just want to put that out there, let dudes know, man. That the game ain't worth it no more, man. Find yourself a job and work if you got to work, man. I'm working 3 jobs right now, my dude. The Fed taught me a lot, man. Word up, I got my own business. I'm doing well. Team Spirit Enterprise, we out here doing good in Milwaukee, Connecticut, man. My business done blew up, man. And I work, I told you, a 4-time job, man. At a drug program / halfway house in Stanford, Connecticut. And I drive Uber sometime on the side, man. I'm working 3 jobs, man. That's the new hustle for me, man. That's the new drug game for me, yo. Just working, stacking, my nigga. That's what I do. And I changed my whole lifestyle. Niggas will tell you, I don't got married and everything, man. Changed my whole lifestyle. You know, niggas thought I was gonna be a player for the rest of my life, man. Shit. I got a different story for them dudes, man. Word up. It's the new Starvin Marvin right now, man. Word up. You did time before last, right?
Yeah, I did 6 in the state, though.
Well, we're at New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that ain't a joke, man. I hear that. Before I went to the feds, man, listen, I told you before I went to the feds, I was in the state joint, man. I had 5 years, 3 times in a row. I had 5 years. I stayed out for like 9 months. No. I had 5 years. I stayed out for like 11 months. Don't give me 11 months because they had that 10% law in Connecticut. And I was on paper. I had a couple of years left paper, right? Then I caught another 5 years, right? And then after that 5 years, I did like 16 months off of that, you know, because they had that. Also, they still had that 10% law in Connecticut, and I was on paper still. I never completed probation at one time, so I stayed out for like 8 months. Then 8 or 10 months, and I caught another 5 years. Boom! While I was still on paper on probation, and then I did 4.5 flat off of that, and then they sent me to a halfway house, and I did 18 months in that halfway house, just working, going to school for cutting hair. I was working and going to school. Haven Tech in Bridgeport for cosmetology, barber, and then hairdressing, you know what I mean? Cutting hair. And then I was stacking my dough and shit, and I got me an apartment in Bridgeport. I stayed out for 2.5 years and shit, just stacking dough. I dropped out of school and shit, and I just started stacking dough. Told you I was selling them 50s and 20s a hard all day long. Killing them, man. I kid you not. $10,000 a day. $15,000 a day, between $10,000 and $15,000 a day I was making, man, just stacking. And it's so easy to have $1 million, man, and go through $1 million like it ain't nothing, man. I went through that kind of money, man. $1 million ain't nothing, man. You go through that like it ain't shit, man. Word up.
When you caught that case, was it dudes trying to tell you that was telling on you on the low? Or trying to come to court?
You know, the feds, you know, the police don't do their job. People do the job for them, man. You know, somebody set me up and shit, man. Yeah, that's why they run up in my house in Bridgeport, man. Nigga set me up, yo. Yeah, came to my house and, you know, made control buys, like 2 control buys, one for me and shit. It was, you know what I mean, somebody real close to me, man, that I fuck with. Somebody very, very close to me, man, set me up. It had to be somebody close to me, because, you know, I don't fuck with nobody else. They made 2 control buys off me, man. They run up in my house, right in my house. You know, they ain't find no drugs. They just found a .38 pistol, man.
that person was being charged too with something.
Yeah, that person had a case, man. He got caught with heroin and shit. That person, yeah, he was, you know, they had raided his house. I ain't know this till later on. They had raided his house and found some heroin on him and shit. I think he was facing like 8 years in the state. 8 years, and he turned over on me and shit, yo. And they raided my house and shit, and then, you know, they found that gun and shit. Yo, that shit was crazy. Everything that I read in black and white on the paper is everything, the exact thing that happened and shit. Everything I said to him, like, yo, my heart sank when I read that paper in black and white. You know, everything. I'm like, yo, wow, I met the dude at the gas station once, and how he came to my house, and the conversation we had when I read that transcript, everything that actually happened, man. I'm like, damn, they got me, man. They got me. I can't even go to trial on this one, man. They got me. You know, I had to cop out. Shit is crazy, man. Police don't do their job, niggas do it for them, man. Yeah, 15 and a half years of my life, man. As a nigga turned on, you know what I mean, ratted on me and shit, man. It's crazy.
And at this time in your life,
yo, man, I was like 36 years old when I caught that case, man. 36 years old, man. Time of my life, man. That shit was crazy, man. I lost everything I had, man. That shit was hurting, man. That shit, I was sick, man. I was in jail. I was sick, man. You know, but I got through it, though, man. You know, that shit of what don't kill you make you stronger, man. Yeah, so I came home, man. You know, with a whole different outlook on life, man. All the shit I learned in France from the dudes, man. He taught me some real shit, man. You know. So I came home, man. I work. I've been home 10 years now. I've been out 10 years now. My nigga just working, man. Working. And I started my own business like 3.5 years ago, man. Niggas will tell you, Team Spirit Enterprise, man. We're a moving company. Now we paint, we do dunk runs, we do laminate floors, man. We do a little bit of everything, man, right now. My business, we just took off and blew up, man, because everybody know me. I got that supreme clientele out here in my hood, son. Motherfuckers love me, man, so they glad to see me doing good, man. They proud of me and shit, man. You know, my business is doing damn good, man. I feel good about myself. I'm proud of myself, man. You know, settled down, married and shit. Got a queen, and I'm a king. You know, life is good right now. I'm living my best life right now, man, than I ever did. You know, and I don't got the millions like I had before, but I'm still living my best life, yo. Word up. This shit is sweet right now, yo. It's gonna run a lot for me, man. You know, young dudes, man, they look up to me right now, even up to this day. And I don't sell dope no more, man. Niggas still look up to me, man. Man, that's a good thing, man. That's a good feeling, man. I can't lie, man. Another life I'm living right now, son.
That shit is a blessing. It's definitely a blessing, man, because a lot of people come home from bigs and they just go back to the penitentiary for the rest of their life or they get murdered.
Yeah, you see that shit, man. Niggas who do a whole lot of time, a lot of them niggas be bugged the fuck out too, man. They come home, man, from doing like over a decade and shit. Them niggas be bugged out. They don't be the same no more and shit, man. That's crazy, man. If you ain't got a strong mindset, man, you just gonna lose it and shit, man. Yo, man, your mental health is everything, man. That shit is serious, your mental health, man. Once you lose that, man, you just, you know, you gone, man. Yo, when I first went to the feds, I was sick, I was bugging. I'm like, yo, how the fuck I'm gonna do 15 years? This OG was talking to me. He said, man, let me tell you something, man. Doing all that time, man, the numbers of what you about to get, he said, man, 85% of this shit is mental, Marv. The other 20% is physical. You get through that, man, you're gonna be all right. I kept that, you know, in my mind and shit, and I was like, yo, when I was doing my time, man, I'm like, yeah, this dude said 85% of this is mental. So I had to keep my mind strong, man. In the cell, I had a picture of Nelson Mandela, man. I'm like, yo, this dude did all this time in prison, man. I know I can do it, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Kept my mind strong, man. That's why I read so many books, man. And built my body and shit. Kept my body tight, man. And my mind tight, man. You know what I mean? Word up. I ain't going backwards no more. I ain't going back to penitentiary ever again. I don't glorify that shit, man. Money, drugs, none of that shit, man, glorified.
Ain't none of that shit worth your freedom or your mental health. Because you definitely gonna lose your mental health. If you catch a bid in these days, like I know I'm in my 40s, man. I catch a bid at this time, that shit definitely gonna deteriorate my mental health.
What? Man, what? Hell yeah, at this time and age, this day and age, and your age right now, no, let me tell you something, son. I'll be 60 years old in October coming, man. I'm 59, I'll be 60, son. I know I don't look it and shit. It's hard for niggas to believe, yo, this nigga gonna be 60. I'll be 60 years old, son. This October coming, man. And I'm in the best shape of my life right now, man. Word up. And I look way better than niggas half my age, man. Niggas in their 30s and shit. Or they 40s. I look way better than these niggas. These niggas out here look like some shit, man. They ain't taking care of themselves, man. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I feel damn good, man. Word up, that, that's probably what prison did to me, man. Got a different mindset right now, man. Maybe that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Doing that long ass bid and shit, cause I probably would have been dead and shit. Where I was living and shit, shit. I thank God for giving me another chance though,
Hey yo, follow my bro Life Through Galleries on Instagram if you need a professional photo shoot.
Wild and he got his body, ain't know what's wrong. All he know is he gon' make it back home.
Hey yo, LAZ, make sure you subscribe to WDG Draco on YouTube. Yurt.
I thought I was from the hood till I seen Brooklyn. Jesus Christ. I got off the train. I said, is this the book of Eli? What happened?
Yeah, this ain't last. This one is dedicated to everybody in the struggle. Everybody trying to stay out of grave in a penitentiary. I feel you.
Hey yo, LAZ, download 2 of my greatest albums that I ever put out in my life on my Patreon right now. As above, so below. The link to my Patreon is in the free download section. On my Patreon. Join today. Hey yo, happy birthday shout out to Miss Calabrash. You heard C74, Rikers Island legend.
What's going on, y'all? This is Jamie Alexander with Gen Pop TV, and these are the best performing videos for the month of August.
Hey yo, Z-Lord, these the top 5 you heard of August. Number 5, Locked Up with Cool C and Steady B. You heard 4, Boo Bear wanted every projects. 3, Hondurans went to war in the Bronx. 2, Fighting Valhalla. 1, Beef with Vice Lords and GDs.